Hey, I'm Jem, and today I'm going to break down how to design funnels that convert so well you honestly feel like you're cheating the system. And I'm not exaggerating because once you understand how buyers think, what they want, and the psychology behind decision making, funnels stop being marketing tools and start becoming predictable systems that bring clients to you on autopilot. So here's what we're going to be diving into today. How to understand your buyer's journey so your funnel matches what they already want. How to create a landing page that instantly builds trust. How to create an irresistible lead magnet that pulls the right prospects in. How to design the perfect follow up sequence. How to qualify leads without scaring them away. How to nurture the buyer until they're ready to buy. How to optimize your funnel so the conversions keep climbing. And by the way, if you ever need pre-qualified leads or want me to help you build a funnel that basically becomes your best performing digital salesperson, just reach out. I've got your back. All right, let's jump in. Before we talk about pages, copy, emails, or automation, we need to zoom out for a second and understand the human being going through the funnel. Because here's the truth most people miss: funnels don't convert, people do. So instead of obsessing over templates, colors, fonts, or tools, you need to start with the buyer. And what brings us that's what exactly brings us to point number one here. All right. Map the buyer's journey first. If there's one thing I want you to remember from this entire video, it's this: most funnels flop not because they're bad, but because they're built backward. People usually create the landing page first, or they build a lead magnet out of thin air. They copy someone else's funnel structure without understanding the psychology behind it. But the funnels that convert like crazy, they're built by starting with the buyer, their thoughts, their fears, their motivations, and their decision making process. And this is where the buyer's journey framework comes in. Okay. This journey has three stages: awareness, consideration, decision. Now let's break this down in the simplest, clearest way possible, and I'll show you how to use it to design a funnel that feels natural, logical, and irresistible. You cannot speak to the world, okay? Number one, identify who you help. You cannot target anyone who wants to make money. You cannot build a funnel for business owners because when you talk to everyone, you talk to no one. So start with a super clear sentence that defines who you serve, what you help them with, and why it matters. Use the simple template. I help specific audience by doing specific things so they can specific result. Example: I help real estate agents with done for you lead generation so they can close more local listings. Notice how specific that is. Not entrepreneurs, not salespeople, not anyone looking for leads. That clarity instantly tightens your entire funnel. Number two, define what they want at each stage of the journey. Okay, this is where things get fun because now you're stepping into your customer's mind. To build a funnel that converts, you need to understand what they're thinking at each step. Let's continue with the real estate agent example here. Awareness stage: I need more listings. They know the problem, they just don't know the solution yet. Consideration stage: should I run ads or hire someone? Here, they're comparing solutions and doing research. Decision stage: who can get me results without wasting money? Now they're choosing the safest, most reliable option. See how the thoughts evolve? That's evolution is your funnel, is what your funnel must follow, really. Otherwise, you're pushing people too fast and then they drop out. Number three, match your funnel to the exact stage they're in. This is where everything starts to click because once you know the awareness level, you can build funnel content that meets them where they are. For example, you're targeting Miami real estate agents in the awareness stage. Your content might look like this: how Miami agents are getting 3 to 5 listing appointments a week with zero cold calling. Why does this work? Because it speaks directly to the city, the pain, the desire, and the fear, which is cold calling. When your messaging reflects their reality, the pains they face, the circumstance they're in, they instantly feel seen, and that's how trust starts. Number four, use their words, not your words. This is one of the most underrated conversion secrets here. Most funnel builders try to sound smart, but high converting copy doesn't sound smart. It sounds familiar. Your landing page, your email sequence, your lead magnet, everything should feel like it came directly from your prospect's brain. So instead of guessing, use phrases from DM conversations, common complaints from client calls, questions prospects ask all the time, objections from past deals. These are the raw materials of high conversion. When people read your landing page and think, exactly, that's what I've been trying to say, that's when they convert, because the only thing more powerful than a good pitch is a pitch that sounds like their own voice. All right, so now that we mapped out the buyer, the mindset, and what they want at every stage, it's time to move on to the very first place they land when they enter your world, which is your landing page. Now we're going to start talking about the funnel. Point two, build a landing page that sells trust, not hype. People think a landing page needs hype, flashy statements, or dramatic claims, but honestly, that stuff kills conversions. A high converting landing page starts with something much simpler: clarity and trust. If someone can land on your page and immediately understand what you do, who it's for, how it helps them, and why they should trust you, that page is already doing better than 90% of landing pages out there. So let me walk you through exactly how it's structured properly in a way that makes your prospect say, okay, this feels legit. Start with a headline that says exactly what they want with no fluff. Okay. Here's a good example: get 5 to 12 qualified roofing leads weekly. All right. This is not get 5 to 12 qualified roofing leads weekly without paying for dead end calls. Do you see the difference? Like you want this is you want something specific here. Okay. That's the good example. uh, Instead of saying like, grow your business faster. Okay, there we go. Grow your business faster is a bad example here. We don't want to use stuff like that. We want to use get qualified roofing leads without paying for dead end calls. Okay. The first one is a motivational poster. The second one is like an actual solution relevant to that specific type of business. Okay. Now, follow with a sub headline. This is number two. And it needs to show the transformation. All right. Because here's the thing: when someone lands on your page, they want to know right away if this applies to them. So your sub headline is where you help them say, okay, this is for me. Example, perfect for US roofing companies who want predictable appointments instead of gambling on ads. Look what this does. It calls out the exact target audience. It paints a picture, moving them from random lead to predictable appointments. It explains the value in plain English and the key, plain, real human language. They can understand it easily. If they can understand it easily, they'll keep reading. Number three, show them proof immediately. Don't make them wait. Use a 1 to 2 sentence case study, a short testimonial, or a screenshot of results. Okay. We want to build that trust. Number four, tell them what happens. Give your prospect a sense of control. Break down the next steps simply. Number one, book a free call. Number two, requalify your market and build your plan. Number three, you get a done for you lead strategy built around your goals. Okay. This gives your prospect a sense of control. It makes the process feel predictable. And when people feel safe and in control, they convert higher every single time. Now we're going to use one clear CTA and make it really strong. Okay. One page equals one action. Make it simple, clear, and repeat it. Book your free strategy call. This is an example that we can use here. Okay. It's low, it's low friction and it's action orientated. It feels valuable and it's a natural next step in your funnel. And people scroll fast, so you want to make sure we grab them. Okay. Let's go through a real life example and to prove that this stuff actually works. Okay. I know a lot of people have doubts about this stuff, so I'm just going to give you a quick example so you can see how powerful simplicity is. Dallas-based a Dallas-based HVAC company I worked with had a landing page converting at 11%. Not terrible, but not great either. We made 3 changes. We wrote the headline to be clear, added 3 proof screenshots right under it, removed extra CTAs that were distracting people. That's it. Their conversion rate jumped from 11 to 31% in about 10 days. Not because we redesigned the whole page, but because we made the message clear and path simpler. Clarity converts, simplicity closes. It's really that straightforward. Now that your landing page actually builds trust instead of breaking it, let's talk about a part that attracts prospects in the first place. Because even with the best landing page in the world, you will still need something that pulls people into your world. That brings us directly into point number 3: how to create a lead magnet that attracts buyers, not freebie hunters. So a great lead magnet solves a painful problem quickly. It gives an immediate aha moment, something that makes them say, damn, if this is the free stuff, if the free stuff is this helpful, imagine the paid stuff. Okay. We get people to really recognize that. Let's break that down. Okay. How do we create such a lead magnet? Okay. Number one, start by finding one immediate pain point. What is something they're frustrated about today? Example, we need more weekday bookings. All right. It's specific, it's urgent, it's costing them money right now. This is where your lead magnet becomes a solution. All right. Number two, create something short, simple, and instantly valuable. People don't want a massive PDF. They don't want a 30-page ebook. They don't want a 90-minute training that puts them to sleep. They want quick clarity, something they can open and say, oh, okay, I can use this immediately. That could be a short checklist, a simple cheat sheet, a 2 to 3 page breakdown, a 10-minute audit, a small template or mini framework. Here are some great examples for the med spa niche. The 3 ads every med spa should run in the US. Quick, specific, and actionable. 10-minute med spa appointment audit. They can use it instantly and it positions you as the expert. Notice how both are short, both are specific, and both solve a real problem. Your lead magnet should feel like something that creates relief, like someone saying, here, let me make your life easier. Number 3, deliver a quick win, not a homework assignment. This is where most lead magnets go wrong. They overwhelm instead of helping. Your prospect should be able to open what you sent and finish it in minutes, not hours. If your lead magnet is so long they have to bookmark it for later, guess what? They won't open it again. But if they get a quick win, even a small win, they instantly trust you more because you solved something right now and people buy from the person who helps them the fastest. Number 4, make your main offer the natural next step. Here's the secret to a profitable lead magnet. It shouldn't be separate from your offer. It should lead into your offer naturally. So once they finish your lead magnet, you want them thinking, okay, this helped, but I need someone to implement this. I need someone to do this for me. How do we work together? This is where you add a simple line like, if you want me to help you implement this, book a call. No pressure, no pushing, just a natural next step. If your lead magnet solves the what and why, your offer solves the how. Okay? Here's a quick example so you can see how powerful this is. A LA med spa I worked with added a simple lead magnet called the Weekday Appointment Booster Checklist. It wasn't fancy, just a short practical checklist that solved a specific problem. And what happened? They doubled their opt-ins, not because they added more hype, but because the lead magnet hit the exact pain point their audience was feeling. This is what I mean when I say clarity converts. All right, so now they've opted in, they've raised their hand, they're interested, they're in your world now. But here's where most people drop the ball. They collect the email and then they do nothing. That's the biggest reason funnels die. Because getting the email is not a win, it's just a beginning. Now we need to turn that initial interest into real conversations, real DMs, real calls, real buyers. So let's move into point number 4, which is building a follow-up system that does the selling for you. 97% of sales happen after they opt in, okay? Your follow-up isn't optional, it's the funnel. It's mandatory. Think of your follow-up system like building a vibe with someone or getting to know them. You keep the conversation alive. Okay, this is not negotiable. You need to do this. Let me show you how to keep the conversation alive without being annoying, pushy, or weird. First, email, you send this out immediately. Once they opt in, you send them the lead magnet, set expectations, and show reliability. Here's the thing you asked for, and here's what's going to happen next. Second email, which is the next day, you show them proof. Here's someone who used the thing you just downloaded, and look what happened. People believe stories. Third email, helpful content. Give a simple actionable tip or strategy. Example, how roofers in the US can follow up with leads in under 60 seconds. Fourth email, which is the invite, open the door for further engagement. If you want me to help you actually implement this, let's talk. This is really important. If you follow these steps, you're going to get some results from this. All right. So we want to qualify. So these sequences allow you to have a conversation with your leads. Okay. So your follow-up is going to do some of the heavy lifting for you. It's going to be the initial touch point with your leads. And the leads are coming in, right? We built the systems, we built the lead magnets, we built the pages. The leads are coming in, people are booking calls, everything is moving. But now we hit another problem. You don't want everyone, okay? That's what I said before about qualifying. I just need the transition for you. You want the right people. You don't want everyone, you want the right people, okay? The ones who can actually pay, actually benefit, and actually stick. That's exactly what we're going to be talking about next, which is how to qualify your leads without scaring them off. Your goal is simply to understand, is this someone we can actually help? And are they someone who's likely to move forward? Do this without making them feel like they're applying for a mortgage, because we don't want to interrogate people and we don't want to scare them off. So here's how you do that without making them feel like they're applying for a mortgage, all right? Ask a few simple qualifying questions. Ask 3 to 5 questions that feel like a friend would ask. What city are you located in? What's your average monthly revenue? Do you need leads ASAP or within 30 days? All right. These are easy questions, no friction, no pressure, no weirdness. People don't mind answering questions that actually make sense. All right. And we use this through a form. And we want to, this is number 2, keep the form short. We use forms and we want to keep them short. Your form should take under 45 seconds to answer. 5 questions are the sweet spot. You can do a couple more, but I just recommend 5. Okay. If they need to sit down with a glass of water and think, you already lost them. They're not going to fill that stuff out. We also want to use friendly, helpful language. Word questions professionally and supportive. How much money do you make per month is not a good question versus what's your typical monthly revenue, just so we can understand where you're at. Okay. How soon are you ready to invest? Not good. What's your timeline for getting more leads? That is good. Okay. And we want to auto tag our leads quietly as well. Because once your leads answer those questions, we tag them behind the scenes. No one sees this but you. You're basically categorizing them on how ready they are. Okay. A-level leads are ready now, good budget, clear problem. B-level leads, interested but might need 30 to 60 days. C-level leads, long-term nurturers, good people, but not ready right away. Now, here's the thing, each group gets a different follow-up path. A-level, you move fast, more outreach, more reminders, more personalized follow-up. B-level, you stay present, keep giving value, and gently check in. C-level, you nurture, your no pressure, slow and steady, okay? Slow, long-term nurturing. This is exactly how you keep your pipeline healthy without burning out. One of the companies I worked with, a home remodeling company in Texas, was drowning in unqualified calls, people with no budget, people outside their service area, people who wanted something totally different than what they offered. We had a simple 4-question qualified form, nothing fancy, straightforward, friendly questions, and their call quality went up by 60%. Not because of a complicated system, but because we filtered just enough to protect their time. Good leads stayed, bad leads filtered themselves out, everyone felt respected. All right, so now that you're not just getting leads, okay, after this, you're getting the right leads, people who fit, people who are serious, people whom you actually want to talk to. But here's the thing, even the right people aren't always ready to buy today. Some need time, some need more proof, some need a bit more trust or clarity. That's why the next piece is so important. Keeping these good leads warm until they're fully ready to say yes. And that brings us to point number 6, how to nurture buyers until they're ready to purchase. Nurturing is where most of the money is made. It's about reminding them that you're here, helping them without expecting anything in return, and keeping the conversation alive in a natural way. Okay. So you let's break this down. How to do that? How do we do this in a way that feels natural, not salesy, not robotic? Okay. This is very important. We send them weekly value bites. Send tiny useful insights they can consume in another 30 seconds. Like, here's one thing you can do today to get more weekday appointments. Here's the quick script one of my clients tried yesterday, and they got 2 callbacks. All right. And then we also want to share success stories, but keep them short. We share little wins like, hey, just wanted to share this quick win. A med spa in Scottsdale used the same strategy I emailed you last week and booked 8 weekday appointments. These are all short, human, relatable. When they see businesses like theirs winning, it naturally builds trust. It makes them think, if they can do it, maybe it'll work for me too. That's the moment the needle moves. We sprinkle social proof over time, not all at once. We spread out testimonials, screenshots, and results over time to build confidence steadily, okay? These little drops of proof slowly build confidence, like watering a plant. They're not overwhelming, they're just steady. Then we send soft, periodic CTAs. No pressure, no pushiness. Invite them to book a call without pressure, like, hey, if you're ready to boost your leads this week, here's my calendar. If you want me to map out a custom plan for you, we can do that. Here's the link. Okay? These are short, simple, no guilt tripping, no pressure, just a gentle reminder that the door is always open when they're ready. All right. One of the business I helped, a trucking company in Florida, wasn't getting clients from their leads. Not because the leads were bad, but because the owner didn't follow up after the first week. So we built a simple nurture sequence for them. Tiny weekly tips, mini case studies, little drips of social proof, nothing fancy. In 45 days, they closed 8 clients just from the nurture alone. No new ads, not a new funnel, not a new offer, just consistent nurturing and follow-ups. This is why this stuff's so important. That's the power of staying in someone's world long enough for the timing to be right. All right, so this is the point. So at this point, you've basically built a full system. You're attracting leads, you're filtering out the wrong ones, you're following up, and you're nurturing the ones who need time. Now is now is the fun part, improving the whole machine. So we have the whole process nailed down. Now we're just going to improve and improvise. Because once your funnel is built, the next level is optimizing it so your conversions keep going up. And that brings us to the next point, or number 7, is how to optimize your funnel over time so you're always improving. We want to keep on improving because we want to keep on getting leads and higher conversions. Okay. Here's the deal. Funnels aren't set, definitely are not set in and forget it. All right. Let's get that out of our heads. They're living things. They breathe, they grow, they change, just like your audience's needs change. So instead of thinking, okay, my funnel's done, I want you to start thinking, okay, how do I make this thing better every single month? Optimization is what turns small wins into big wins. Here's how to approach it in a really simple, non-overwhelming way. Track every stage so you know what's actually happening. See where people are dropping off, bounce rates, etc. Landing page hits, opt-ins, calls booked, show ups, sign-ups, and the next steps. Retracking every single step here, okay? Number 2, fix the weakest link first. Address the step that's hurting the most. If no one books calls, fix the CTR follow-up, not the whole funnel. Number 3, split test small things, headlines, buttons, layouts, okay? We're testing things like a clearer headline, stronger proof placement, a different CTA button, a shorter form, moving testimonials higher on the page, using a more natural sub-headline. Okay, we can test all these things, and these micro tests can create massive jumps in our results. Okay, what do we have here? All right, perfect. Number 4, retarget visitors with proof-driven ads. Here's something a lot of business owners forget. People who visited your landing page but didn't opt in, they're not cold leads. They're warm, they're curious, they're interested. They just weren't ready at that exact second. Something might have come up and then they just lost their attention's completely gone, closed tab and then went to get a coffee or something. We got to retarget those people with short testimonials, screenshots, before and after results, a client story, a simple want the guide ad. These ads don't need to be fancy. They just need to remind the person, hey, check this out. And here's the proof it works. Warm retargeting is one of the highest ROI strategies you can add. Number 5, review your funnel every 30 days. This is so important. And you got to make this a routine. Okay. We're going to check if we're going to take notice of what improved, what dropped, what needs attention right now, what needs to be tested again, what people are saying, where they're clicking, and where they're falling off. Think of it like a monthly tune-up for your client's machine. This is how businesses go from unpredictable clients to consistent ones to the we're booked out for the next 6 weeks. All right, so I worked with a landscaping company in Nashville once. Their funnel was okay, 18% conversion. Not bad, but not amazing either. We didn't rebuild anything. We didn't redesign the whole funnel. We just tested 3 new headlines and added a retargeting ad with a couple of client testimonials. That's it. Their conversions jumped from 18 to 39%. That's the power of optimization. Tiny adjustments, big results equal big results. All right, we covered a lot in this video, so let's quickly bring it all together because this entire funnel system becomes insanely powerful when everything works together in sync. Let's recap. What did you learn today and what did you do? Okay. You mapped out the buyer's journey so your funnel actually matches what people want. You built a landing page that builds trust instantly. You created a lead magnet that solves a real problem fast. You set up follow-ups that do the selling without being salesy. You qualified your leads smoothly without pushing them away. You kept buyers warm until the timing was right. And now you're optimizing everything so your conversions keep climbing month to month. If you do all of this, seriously, your funnel starts feeling like it's cheating. Clients start coming in smoother, easier, and more consistently than ever before. And if you want help building this whole system, or if you just want to skip the process and buy pre-qualified leads directly from me, just reach out. I've got leads ready and I can build this entire client engine for you start to finish. And hey, if you found this helpful, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications because I drop videos like this all the time. Seriously, we can do all this stuff for you, done for you, When you buy a car, they just give you the key. That's exactly how we operate as well. Okay? Please hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and hit the like button because we keep on producing videos like this, videos that aren't fluffy, videos that actually help you bring in clients. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I'll see you in the next one, and hopefully you guys can enjoy these videos more.